All right, last but not least is we want to render this. So we want this to now be flattened, to be able to be uploaded to YouTube or Vimeo or embedded into a website. So we need to add this to a render queue. Now, we can do this two different ways, so I'm going to show you both. First one we can do is we could go to Composition, Add to Render Queue. This is going to create a pop-up down here below. And if you're just going to throw this on YouTube, this could work fine. So it comes and it kind of pops up above the timeline. You can see best settings is fine, lossless is fine. We have to say where we want this to go. I'm just going to say the desk, so I'll put it in my folder. And it's going to be a dot move. And a dot move is fine for YouTube or Vimeo, but it will not work on a website, like an MP4 is what you would need. So I'm going to hit save, and then I'm just going to hit render. And it's going to play through and render this, and then spit out a dot move onto my desktop. That's how easy that is. Now the second way while that's working is I could also go to Add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. So Adobe Media Encoders, you'd have to have that downloaded from your Creative Cloud. And this is the way I would recommend doing that. So this is another piece of software called Media Encoder. If you haven't had it downloaded, I would highly recommend downloading that. And what this does is it helps compress it to be the smallest size. It will work on a website. It can even be emailed. It's a lot smaller. So as soon as this is done, I'll just stop this. We don't, or pause it. I'll show you this way. So we would go to Adobe, Add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. That's going to pop up another application. Finally, I took a second, and you can see here that it added it up to my queue. And it's right now my default is Vimeo 1080p, full high definition. You can change those presets over here. Yep. And you can see how you could do something for YouTube. Let's go down here to the bottom. DVD quality, image sequence, web sizes, so many. Social media. The one that I am usually, if you hit this little drop down here when it comes in, I would do this as a Vimeo 720p or a YouTube 720, since that is what we created our application. So I'm going to do a YouTube 720 in this example. It's going to save it as an MP4, and then I would hit this little play button in the upper right hand corner. That's again going to work pretty quickly to create this, and it's going to go in that same folder as well. So two ways that you can render your video, one right in After Effects and the other with Media Encoder. Either would work, depends where you're going to use this video.